a comprehensive look at trends, fund profiles, and more in Exploring ETFs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Exploring ETFs. I'm Neena Mishra, and today we are talking about three new, very innovative coronavirus-themed ETFs. And ETF industry has remained very resilient during this pandemic, and we have seen a lot of ETF launches. In fact, more than 150 new ETFs have launched this year itself, and a lot of them are active ETFs, thematic ETFs, and three ETFs that we are discussing today. They have been quite popular with investors because of their unique approach and unique theme. And two of them have been able to gather significant amount of assets even within a short period of their launch. So let's take a look at these ETFs and what they hold by going to quote page on Zacks.com. So the first one we are highlighting is ETF MG, Treatments, Testing, and Advancements ETF. Ticker symbol, very interesting, GERM. And as the name suggests, it holds companies that are involved in vaccines or therapies or testing for the coronavirus. So obviously, hundreds of companies around the world are working on this because coronavirus has become the biggest priority for these biotech companies. But instead of trying to pick a virus winner, it is better to invest in an ETF which provides diversified exposure to many of these companies. So this ETF has 57 holdings and it charges 68 basis points and has already gathered more than 76 million in assets. Now, when you go to the quote page on Zacks.com, you can read our articles. I did a podcast with the sponsor, and then you can also go to the external homepage, ETF MG webpage for this ETF, and learn more about the holdings and approach. Now, looking at the top holdings, Novavax, Emergent Biosolutions, Moderna, BioRed, these are among the top holdings. And in fact, Novavax and Moderna, they have surged in the past few weeks because of promising results regarding their vaccine candidates. So that is why the ETF has been able to outperform the broader market since its launch. Now, the second ETF I wanted to highlight is by Direxion. It is Direxion Work From Home ETF. Again, very interesting ticker symbol, WFH. Now, this does not hold virus-related companies, biotech companies, but it holds companies that benefit from the remote work trend that has been brought about by the coronavirus and has accelerated during this pandemic. And this trend is expected to continue even after we reach some sort of normal, because many companies have already announced, like Twitter, Square, they have already announced that they will have work from home forever policies for their employees, and this trend has accelerated and will continue to accelerate. Now, this holds 40 companies which are almost equally weighted in the ETF. It charges 45 basis points, and this also has been very popular with investors. It has been able to gather 80 million, even though it's barely a little more than a month old. Now, again, to learn more about this ETF, you can go to the quote page. I did a podcast on this one too, in fact. And then you can go to the external homepage, Direxion web page for this ETF, and you will see that it holds companies that are in one of the following business segments: remote communications, cybersecurity, online project and document management, and cloud computing technology. Looking at the top holdings, Twilio, Inseego, CrowdStrike, Zoom Video, Elastic, Okta. Amazon is also there because it's a cloud computing company, but because of almost equal weighting, the portfolio is not dominated by heavyweights like Microsoft or Amazon, but there are many smaller, mid-sized companies that have done better than these giants. So this also has been able to do pretty well since its launch. Now, the third one I wanted to talk about is by Pacer. It's called Pacer Biothreat Strategy ETF. Again, very interesting ticker symbol, VIRS, VIRS. It's a market cap weighted ETF of companies that are either working on these testing treatments and vaccines for the coronavirus, or they benefit from the work from home trend. It has 46 holdings, charges 70 basis points. It's not been very popular with investors, has been able to gather just about 5 million since its launch. Now, if you go to the quote page on Zacks.com, and from there you can go to the external homepage, you will see that NVIDIA, Amazon, Netflix, these are the top holdings. You will see biotech companies too, but Sanofi, that are working on vaccines or treatments. But it seems that the top holdings are the ones that benefit from the work from home trend. Now, on the last slide, I have the performance over the past 1 month. Now, these are all very new ETFs, just a little bit more than a month old. And they all did very well initially, first few weeks after their launch, first three weeks after their launch, as you can see from this chart. But over the past couple of weeks, we have seen a rotation out of earlier winners into earlier laggards. So that is why the performance has come down a bit over the past week or so. But still, Germ is the best performing with a return over 7%. S&P 500 is up about more than 6% during this period. And the other two have, in fact, underperformed the S&P 500 slightly because of this rotation out of earlier winners. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out Zacks.com/promo for an interesting offer. And I'll see you next week.